Hey lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive in into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys because I find it super educative and interactive one as that, where a lot of people are still in disbelief that the actual people that actually existed in this planet Earth before and first was actually black people, and this got a lot of people reacting, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip, as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or worse. We're just here for educational purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
So if black is the original color, and Africa is the original motherland, where everybody came from, where every race originated. Originally, the whites, Caucasian, the Mongoloid, Asian, the Australoid, the Hispanic, and the Latino, being the indigenous, the Central and South America, the Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders, the Native American and Alaskan natives, the Middle Eastern people. If we all came from Africa, originally, at one point or another in the past, then that would mean that everybody in the world, you and me looking at the phone at each other, are black. Yes. So the term black applies to all of us, because at some point we were all black. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I'll be proud to be black. I will be a proud black man.
Well, if you make the assumption that the human race arose like around the equator and that skin color, dark skin color would be the phenotype, then are you assuming that as people moved outward, there was a mutation, and if you were in the north, it allowed that mutation to live, which is how we got white people?
Yes,
Would that follow?
yeah. If Nina Jablonski, who spoke at another one of your things, explained this, and she played a role in studying the reason for dark skin, which is if you have lots of intense sunlight, it destroys folic acid, and it turns out folic acid is really important for babies to develop properly. So it's not too good for a population for the babies to not develop properly. So that's why dark skin. Now, as you move north, there's another essential vitamin called vitamin D. There's an intermediate, biochemical intermediate, that needs to be then converted by the liver, but that intermediate's formed by UV light going through the skin. If you're near the equator and you have a dark skin, it still gets through enough to get your vitamin D. But now if you go north and it's cold and you wrap up and it's less sun because the sun's coming at an angle now, you will get rickets and have other problems supposedly. So that's thought to be the reason for selection for lighter skin.
Not to be racist, but how are people black when the first two people that were made are white? That's a great question. So just so you know, I don't touch the topic of religion. But scientifically speaking, I can tell you that the first people actually came from Africa. About 300,000 years ago, we see the first Homo sapiens. And they, of course, appeared in Africa. They evolved from, and I could never say this one right, they evolved from Homo heidelbergensis. I can never say that one right. Understand how it's confusing, because whenever you see an evolution of human beings, you always see the person as white. But the first people, they lived in Africa. People did not develop white skin and blonde hair until they migrated to Europe. See, Africa was pretty difficult to live in. So you needed pretty dark skin, because this pigment that you see, melanin, that's your natural sunblock. The first people that lived in Africa needed the natural sunblock. They were black. Now again, you then migrate a little bit north. People then migrated to Europe, and then of course the pigmentation went away, blonde hair developed, blue eyes developed, but the first individuals were black. I hope this helps.
Mexican people have dark skin. skin.
Dark skin. That's the natives.
That's like most of the people in Mexico have that
Mexico, yeah.
dark skin. But there are also people with white skin and blonde people because there's a big mixture.
Yeah.
But originally, the people from Mexico are
Dark skin.
dark skin.
Yeah.
The people from Spain came to conquer us, and that's where
That's
all
the mixture.
started.
Yeah. But
yeah.
the main and is dark skin.
Yeah, it is.
The native color of skin.
The indigenous people in Mexico, we have a lot of indigenous cultures like the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Toltecs. There are a lot of.
I'm saying original people have been here for so long that there's nothing we haven't done and nowhere we haven't been. Okay? There is no fucking place that white people have discovered on this planet. Anywhere that white people have gone, anywhere, they will find the original man was already there.
Before you go to church this week and get the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit or watch somebody get it, I thought you might want to know that it likely originated with the San people, one of the oldest cultures and tribal groups in the world, who originated in Africa over about 40,000 years ago. For context, the oldest tribal group or culture in Europe that was not melanated are the Sami people, and they are said to have originated about 6,000 years ago in Scandinavia and Russia. But back to the story. For the San, the indigenous people of Southern Africa, the activation of energy and contact with the spirit world is achieved through the communal trance dance. After many hours of dancing, singing, and clapping, the most experienced dancers enter a trance. The San would do this dance to enter the spirit world to have contact with the Creator. The San often did this dance for social cohesion, for rain, and to heal. Sound familiar?
Like, seriously, lovelies, this is actually getting super interesting. A lot of people are beginning to be aware. People are beginning to open their eyes. A lot of lies that have been, closed for a very long time is beginning to come out to light. Like, even myself, sometimes I get baffled with the kind of things that is out there that we were not told, we were not informed, we were not educated about. But by the help of all of the, by the help of TikTok, most especially, this is the reason why these people have been bending and trying to, take away TikTok and all of that, because there are so many of this information, educated one that was not even taught in school, that you can actually learn 50% of it from TikTok. Seriously, lovelies. I have, done some kind of research, right? Like, oh my goodness, and some truth that have been revealed there is just something that baffles me a lot. Like, I'll ask myself, what is the essence of going to school, trying to study and all of that, but we were not really told or informed with the basic thing of life, with the real information that has to do with our existence. Why were we not told about this? Why were we not educated about this? So what was the essence of all the schools and all of that, without actually, teaching about the origin of human being, the origin, how human being actually originated? Sometimes I say to myself that all of the things that we were told about life and living, it's actually false. I think that we are just living in a false life. Like, we are just living based on, blindness. We don't even know the essence. Like, all of the things we know, be it from the Bible, like every other thing is just being torn, is just being fabricated, it's just someone's history and all of that. Sometimes I was like, all of these things that I know or I was taught, are you sure most of them are not even lies? So finally, a lot of people are beginning to agree, are beginning to understand the fact that the first people that actually existed 7 million, oh my god, was it 7 million, 17 million years ago, was actually black people. And every other race, begin to come to place. That's about 4,000 and all of that. And I was like, so where were all of those people? How did they come to place? And that was when I now realized that this is how we now have the fallen angels, the Neanderthals, and all of the existence of all of those things that we have been trying our possible best to actually, educate ourselves about. So black people have actually been here long before any other person. Black people have actually been on this planet Earth. They have actually
occupied this earth, be it America, Europe, Africa, and all of the earth, black people was once the people dominating this earth entirely. Like, all of these things go back to your country, go back to black people actually own all the country in the world, because they were the first people to actually exist. So nobody actually have the right to tell you to go back to your country, because you, as a black person, your forefathers are the owners of the earth. Your forefathers are the first people to actually exist. So there's a video I came across where some people were talking about America was actually Africa, or some people were like their forefathers also came from America. Not every, maybe slaves and all of that, have a descendant from Africa, like Africa. Some of them have from Native Americans and all of that. And now it's beginning to make sense. All of these, in short, the earth entirely, the world entirely is being occupied by black people before. Like, that means black people traveled a lot. They travel, they settle, they give birth. So when I see videos of some painkiller people talking about go back to your country, like one painkiller people were talking about how black Americans never made America. They never did anything in America. They never worked or wherever. That if they do, why is it that Africa is still living in poverty today? They should go back to Africa to actually build Africa. If they claim they built America, they should go back to build Africa, that they never built America. And now it's beginning to make sense. Him as a pan-color person doesn't even have right to talk about who should go back to where. To him as a pan-color person was to go back to the mountains where they belong. Like, seriously, these are the kind of thing, these are the truth that have been hidden for a very long time. And because of all of these things that is happening, that is why these people never want anyone to actually know the truth. They hide history. It's been hidden for a very long time, like from hundreds, thousands of years ago. It's been hidden. Because of what? Because they don't want us to know the truth. They don't want us to know that we are the true original people. We are the real chosen ones. We are the true bloodlines. Seriously, it is now making sense. So every other race actually came from black people. Everybody, like, the first people was actually black before every other person come to meet them, and they begin to produce all. Now it's making sense. I was getting confused. All of the lies that we were told. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe to this channel, turn on notification, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.
Watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, share this video, leave a thought in the comment section, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload.